Well, hello and good evening on this strange Friday evening. I guess it is. It's Friday evening, November 14th, 2025. And I'm just chilling out here. It's been an interesting week, to say the least. I have been battling with some mental health issues since about Tuesday afternoon. And we're not going to get into it, but it's been a very dark few days for me, and I've not been feeling well physically or emotionally, and the mental health has taken a shit kicking. So I would like to just gloss that over and move on. It's been dark and dreary, weather-wise, and as it has been in my brain. So let's instead concentrate on the strange state of politics and what's going on with the world today. I saw something earlier that just disturbed me to the nth degree. It was, how do you put this? It was a very strange approach to Donald Trump and his serial sexual assaults and his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. And the White House, of course, continues to deny any involvement, of course, because Donald Trump says, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Nobody saw it. You can't prove anything. Is effectively his defense. It's the fake news that the Democrats made up. And this loathsome figure just continues to go on and on and on and on and on, lying to our faces on a daily basis. Anyway, I have a clip that I'm going to share with you in a second here that I'm trying to make sense of it because it is nonsensical to say the least. I'm going to read you a couple of words from Mother Jones, because Mother Jones, this particular article, I think, sums it up quite well. And I'm trying to, I want to credit the author. Julianne McShane wrote this. And the headline, Megyn Kelly suddenly finds pedophilia very hard to define. Subheading is, when a 16-year-old accused Russell Brand of rape, Megyn Kelly begged conservatives to condemn him. Now she's splitting hairs about men, in quotations, into the barely legal type. I'm going to show you some of this video in a moment after I read to you this article from Mother Jones, and then we can discuss it on the other side. It is completely... it's indefensible what she did and what she said, and the fact that people are coming out to support Trump and her after this is... it's beyond belief. We are in the upside down, folks. This is in bizarro land. Here we go. Here's the article. Megyn Kelly is known for offering absurd takes that nobody asked for. There was her insistence that Santa Claus is white, for example, and her claim that wearing blackface used to not be so bad. That comment got her fired from NBC News. Wednesday, on her eponymous SiriusXM show, Kelly picked another hill to die on. She implied in conversation with News Nation host Batya Ungar Sargon, I hope I said that name correct, that it wasn't quite fair to call Jeffrey Epstein a pedophile because he was, in quotations, into the barely legal type of minors, which Kelly appallingly defines as like 15-year-olds, again in quotations, who look like they could be legal adults. Epstein was charged with sex trafficking of minors and conspiracy to commit sex trafficking of minors, and the Department of Justice said he abused and exploited dozens of underage girls, some as young as 14. Now, can we Can we stop saying underage girls? Can we just say girls? Because they're not women. They're not adults. They're children. They're girls, not women. The whole situation is just completely bizarre. I'm I am struggling with this one because it's such a strange, truly strange and bizarre tack. Why? I do not understand why anybody would go on like this. Why would anybody try and defend the indefensible? I'm just looking for. I'm on her YouTube page right now, and I think I have it here. I'm looking for the full episode, and I think I have it here. So I'll give you clips of that episode in a moment, but I'm going to show you this. This is a short that was put together by Mother Jones. They put, well, I don't know if they put that short together. I don't know who put the short together, to be honest with you. But I'm going to present this to you and just watch this clip. It's about 1 minute and 54 seconds, and it's just.
As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until we heard from Pam Bondi that they had tens of thousands of videos of alleged, forgive me, they used to call it kiddie porn. Now they call it child sexual abuse material on his computer, that for the first time I thought, oh no, he was an actual pedophile. I mean, only a pedophile gets off on young children abuse videos. She's never clarified it. I don't know whether it's true. I have to be honest. I don't really trust Pam Bondi's word on the Epstein matters anymore. Yeah, so I don't know what's true about him, but we have yet to see anybody come forward and say, I was I was under 10, I was under 14 when I first came within his purview. Look, you can say that's a distinction without a difference.
No, it's not.
I think there is a difference. Yeah. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old.
What the fuck was that? How do you... Yes, there is a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. But when you abuse a girl, you're abusing a girl. This is all in a way to defend the behavior of Trump and his group, his this cadre of ghouls. I don't know where we are right now. Exactly, CL. And Megyn Kelly has a 14-year-old daughter. What the... It is a cult. It's a cult. They don't seem to have an issue with this. Well, when Donald Trump grabs them by the kitty cat, it's completely fine because he's a star and they let him do it. No, It's called assault. Just, it really, how does one live with oneself after saying what she just said? I mean, was there a Brinks truck full of cash that was backed up to her house? Makes one wonder, doesn't it? Exactly, Jay. 5 or 15. Yeah, there's a difference. There's a 10-year difference in age. They're both not adults. They're both girls, and they both have no ability to consent. She's trying to say, well, 15 is not as bad as 5. No, it's all fucking bad. They're children, period. If you defend or try and defend, you know, saying and defending the things that she just did, you got to remember there are a lot of fathers across the country, in both Canada and the United States, who have had daughters who have been abused. And I think you have a pretty good idea of what their thought process is when it comes to the abusers and what they would do to them. Just imagine, if you will, for a second that you're a parent whose child has been abused. Maybe somebody out there watching has been in that situation, or somebody listening has been in that situation. I can guarantee you, you know somebody who is a parent of a child who has been in that situation. We don't have to discuss it, but you know somebody. Maybe that somebody's you. I don't know. I don't have children. But I know a lot of women who have been on the receiving end of that type of behavior when they were young. And I got to think that any father or mother, any parent on either side of the border, if they knew who abused their child, who assaulted their child, and they hear Megyn Kelly defending it, what do you think their thoughts are in regards to her? I'm just asking a simple question. What would your thoughts be if somebody did what Jeffrey Epstein did to your child? What would you want to do to Jeffrey Epstein? What would you want to do with the individuals that Jeffrey Epstein associated with, that after these young girls turned the age of consent, which is 18, he just passed them on to his friends because he was no longer interested in them? That show, if you watch the show, she talks about that. I didn't think we would get to the place where nationally known news people would be defending this. I honestly didn't think it would get that. I did not think it would get that far. Look, I figured they would go as far as they have when it comes to imprisoning children and families and separating families and deporting people and deporting anybody who doesn't look like me. I fully expected them to do that, and they've been doing it. And I told people they would. I told people they would 8 years ago. 8 years ago? 12 years ago. 12 years ago? I don't know. 9 years ago, I guess, when Trump first got elected in 2016, the first time. I told people, so that's 9 years ago, yeah. 9 years ago that he will work his way up to what his hero Hitler did. He'll work his way up. I did not suspect or expect defending and downplaying serial sexual assaulters and pedophiles. I did not expect that. That was the one that kind of shocked me. And not much shocks me anymore. I did not see that one coming. I really didn't. I thought, oh no, that's a bridge too far. They're going to release. They've been demanding the Epstein files. The Republican Party was demanding it up until they suddenly realized that Donald Trump is in them. And then that was the end of it. Oh, the Democrats made it up. So Trump is spinning it that he's not in them, that he made it up. It's all garbage. It's all a lie. And you've got spin doctors on both sides of the house. Well, I shouldn't say both sides of the house, but definitely trying to downplay what took place. Trying to pretend that, they haven't been friends for decades. Thank you, Linda, I'm going to put this on the screen for those of you who are listening. The Washington Post printed, I guess, this afternoon or stated this afternoon that Pam Bondi is going to investigate Democrats in the Epstein files. Apparently, Republicans are immune. Well, and I have to pull this up because when I saw this, I was like, what? Is that? What? Really? That's a thing? This is completely bizarre. I'm going to put this on the screen for you, and I'll read it out because when I saw this, I went, what? I'm sorry, what? So apparently in some of the email exchanges, there was some back and forth stuff that I guess this is why Pam Bondi wants to investigate the Democrats. Because Mark Epstein asked his brother Jeffrey Epstein whether Steve Bannon could confirm if Putin has, and in quotations, the photo of Trump blowing Bubba. Jeffrey Epstein replies, I thought I had tersus, using the Yiddish term for troubles. Now, there's email attachments here, and they're very, I'll read it to you if you want to hear it. It's very confusing. It's nonsensical. I'd rather, it says important. So from Mark Epstein to his brother Jeffrey, hey, hi, importance is high. I'd rather be in Donnie D's shoes. He says, you mean Donnie T from Jeffrey Epstein. You and your boy Donnie can make a remake of the movie Get Hard. And I thought I had tersus. All good. Bannon with me. A while back, you mentioned that you were predictable. Has anything changed with that? What is your boy Donald up to now? Please note. The email confirmed in the House Oversight Committee's document release, page 1620, image file of the House Oversight. There's a specific thing that corresponds to that. It is not confirmed who Bubba is. Bill Clinton is wildly known by that nickname. The allegation that Putin possesses images of oral sex between Donald Trump and Bill Clinton points to the potential compromise and blackmail Russia may hold, and whether Epstein supplied it. And then there's an article here that says, when Bill Clinton was paid $500,000 to speak in Russia, Hillary opposed State Department sanctions. Hillary Clinton sought to tamp down reports about her opposition to Russia sanctions that coincided with her speech her husband gave in Moscow that landed him $500,000. Hillary Clinton opposed Russia's sanctions in 2010 when her husband, former President Bill Clinton, was paid to give a speech at the Russian bank Renaissance Capital, Fox News reports. The bank was connected to the fraud case that led to the sanctions posed by the Magnitsky Act, and after the former president gave the speech, Russian President Vladimir Putin called him to say thanks. We are in bizarro world, friends. Trump's fully implicated, and the implication that he performed fellatio on Bill Clinton is one I did not see coming. I did not see that. I did not imagine that. I did not know that that would ever be a thing. And yet here it is. Apparently, Vladimir Putin has a tape of this, a recording of this, a video evidence of this. I just, wow. That's crazy. I just don't know what to make of that. It's completely bizarre. It's not something I ever saw or ever imagined I would be reading about, let alone reading into the record, that apparently that took place. Wow. Wow. Completely bizarre. We're just in the most strange time frame. I, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. It's completely bizarre. It's completely off the wall. With my mental health state the way it's been the last few days, seeing and reading these things is like, wait a minute, maybe am I having a brain meltdown? Is it me? Am I going completely insane reading these things? Is this the real life? Is this real life? Is it really happening? Am I reading these things? Am I seeing these videos? Is it real? Apparently it is. I just don't know what to make of it. I just never thought we would be here. Honestly, truthfully, I never thought we would be here. And here we are in the most bizarre time of all time. How did this happen? How did this occur? Why did this occur? What is going on? How is this? And I'm looking at the comments on the Megyn Kelly show, and they are eviscerating her for this. And many of the comments are from people who identify as conservative. And they are not liking it. They don't care for her commentary. She's basically ended her career. If she's working come Monday for any organization, I would be shocked. I'm serious. That happened on Wednesday. It's Friday. She should be cut off at the knees, pulled off of any. This is on Sirius XM. She said this. It's on her own YouTube channel. I cannot see how any corporation on planet Earth would want to be affiliated with her after that. I don't get it. She is defending the indefensible. She is trying to soften the blow so that when the truth comes out about Trump, you won't be as shocked or as angry, maybe, I guess. I don't know. I do know that, and I have read commentary online, and I'm not going to repeat the words because YouTube would lose their shit if I did. But let's just say there are folks out there who wouldn't be upset if certain individuals met a similar fate as a conservative mouthpiece recently did. That's all I'm going to say about that. Hey, we gotta be careful what we say. We can get shut down if we comment on something that took place and how others have said they would like to see certain individuals meet the same fate. I'm not accusing, I'm not saying, I'm not wishing, I'm not hoping, I'm just telling you what I've been seeing. And I'm sure some of you have seen it too. We are truly, truly in a bizarre, mixed up timeline. I just, how do we move on from this? How do we carry on and act like something will be normal in the future? Is it possible for us to do that? Is it at all possible for us to move forward thinking that things will be normal at some point in time? Because there is no more normal. And your definition might be different from mine or the person next to you. I just don't know how we move on from this without a serious reckoning, a serious leveling of the playing field, a serious change. One of the major concerns right now amongst economists is that we are headed for a 1929 and 2008 crash combined together that will make those both look like nothing. And that might be the reset for all of this. I don't know. I really don't know. But I do know this, that you prepare. Prepare for some bizarre things in the next little while. What happens tomorrow? I don't know. Hopefully I wake up. No, sincerely, hopefully I wake up. We have no control over that. We don't know. It's just a very strange and bizarre time. And I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. If she has a show come Monday, then we are completely in an upside down, twisted world. And the thing, the thing that I'm struggling with is that each time Trump levels another, I don't know, levels another statement, puts out something bizarre, he changes the world, and never for the good. I mean, after what we saw with his behavior with Zelensky in the White House the first time he was there, that J.D. Vance got mad at him for not wearing a suit because, he's, trying to run a country during a war of which they were invaded. Trump saying, you don't have the cards, I have the cards, ending 80 years of world order, gone in one fell swoop. He ended basically the agreement we've had amongst allied nations from the West and in Europe died that day. And it's just been one more bizarre thing after another. And so much of it is just as a distraction. So you won't look into the Epstein files. I mean, hell, Mike Johnson will not swear in, I can't recall her name, a congressperson, congresswoman, congressperson, what do we say? I don't know what to say. A member of Congress won't swear her in because once she's sworn in, she's the deciding vote to release the files. So he's doing everything he can to avoid swearing her in. Because once the entire file is released, everything comes out in the wash. Oh boy. Our head's going to roll politically. Oh, she was sworn in? I did not know that. Thank you, Uncover the News, for telling me that. I didn't know that. So this could be interesting. Are the billionaires going to move to Epstein Island to avoid being sent to jail? Are they going to look for countries that will not allow the FBI to come and get them? Like what's going to happen? It's all going to come out now. We are in for a very strange few weeks, friends. This might be a very, very interesting Christmas time. Let's see what happens. All right, I'm going to head out. I didn't have a lot to say because as I said at the top of the show, I was. It's been a very rough week for me mentally, and I will put the link in from the show Megyn Kelly put on her YouTube channel. It's in the chat if you want to have a look at it. It's completely off the rails, to say the least. I don't know what else to say about it. When you have a look at it, you'll just be like, that was my face watching the show. We're in a truly strange time. And we got to support each other. We got to prop each other up. If you could do me the smallest of favors and spread the word about this channel, I would greatly appreciate it. If you can scan the QR code right above the speaker there to donate, that would be wonderful. I will put the pod page up on here, and because even though I've not caught up with the audio, all of our YouTube videos also go to the pod page. So it's another way to access us. But preferably, the idea is to drive as many people to our YouTube channel as possible, so that we can generate enough revenue to keep this thing going for as long as we can. To be honest with you, this was something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I have every intention of doing it. Obviously, things have changed for me because of my work schedule, and we are a 7 a.m. show Monday to Friday, of course, with a follow-up of the week's headlines on Friday evening. There were more things to get to, but I don't have the emotional strength to do it right now, and for that I apologize. But sometimes we have to take care of our mental health. And I am going to bid you adieu, but thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate it. And feel free to share this with anybody you think who might find it interesting. Thanks again to our founding sponsors, the Miss Fee Mysteries from Corvid Moon Publishing, PsychicTarot.ca, and the Pepper Master. Wonderful folks who have been helping us right from the start. All right. I'm going to venture off and going to go cuddle with Lola on the couch because I need it probably more than she does. I will see you later. Bye.